This incident involved an elderly female found unresponsive in a room at the Belmont of Oaks by staff members. It was reported that her son had just been in there just a little bit prior to this event. Staff had gone in after her son had left and found her unresponsive. They started CPR maneuvers and 911 was called. Car 3 arrived on scene to determine that the staff members were actually doing really good compressions, allowed them to continue until Squad 1 and Squad 3 arrived on scene. Car 3 maintained incident command and team lead throughout that event. So this is going to be the first analyzed rhythm by PFD AED. We know that compressions were being done prior to the AED being placed because we can see compressions being done right there. So that tells us that compressions were being done. Nice work on the team there. Now, it did take 3.5 seconds for us to get back on the chest after it said no shock advised. We're shooting for around 3 seconds. Again, as I sound like a broken record here, but we can minimize that by hovering over the chest in anticipation to start doing compressions. Compressions were done at a fairly good rate. None of them were under or over 100 or 120. So nice job to the entire team for keeping compressions within the appropriate range. Okay, this could be the second analyzed rhythm. As you can still no shockable rhythm here. It took the team 3 seconds from the point that it says no shock advised to the first compression. Nice job, team, on that. And then here's a pretty good ventilation there. So this segment's going to show the placement of the ACCD back plate. This was a coordinated effort by the entire team, and it only took about 2 seconds. So this here just only took 2 seconds of no compressions. And essentially, the person doing compressions followed the chest as the patient was lifted and followed them back down and immediately started compressions as soon as they can. So nice job on keeping that pause to an absolute minimum. This is going to be the third analyzed rhythm. Still no shockable rhythm. It took 2.5 seconds for the team to get back on the chest. So nice job on keeping that down. Again, minimizing that by hovering over the chest. And this is going to be the segment from the transition to manual compressions to the ACCD. It took 5.5 seconds from the last manual compression to the ACCD first compression. So nice job. In total, the total downtime that we had from the back plate and the ACCD top piece being placed was 8 seconds. Those were split up between 2 segments. So again, and we always want to use natural pauses, which is a 3-second pause for ventilation. So technically, there were 6 seconds that were natural pauses anyway. So really, we only had to eat 2 seconds of a pause on this. Nice job, team, for keeping that to an absolute minimum as well. And this is going to be the last segment that I have. This is essentially the entire ACCD data, other than the last little bit of it. All rounds of compressions were within 2 minutes. All pauses were well within 10 seconds. Nice job to the team leader on keeping track of those times. This patient was resuscitated for quite a long time, but unfortunately did not regain pulses and was terminated on scene.